All right, what's going on? Today we're going to be polishing up the exhaust. Got a Bassani 2-to-1 stainless steel. It was on the bike when I bought it actually, but it needs some love. You know, it's got some discoloration here and there. Definitely got some oil and grime from the road. Some little scratches too, kind of all over it. So I'm going to be polishing it up today using everything we got here. So went ahead and picked up some stripping pads. You know, it's a little bit easier to work with than like steel wool, and you can kind of judge your grits, so to say. So we got, a moderate stripping pad that we're gonna start off with. It's a little bit more abrasive, and then a slightly smoother stripping pad, and then we'll finish it off with a fine stripping pad. I'm gonna be using a couple products today. Got some Mother's Mag aluminum polish. Says it's good for all metals. Everything I found that was for stainless steel in particular was, stuff meant for appliances in the house and that kind of thing. They were all more like aerosol sprays and wipes. So figured this would be a little more heavy duty, be good for the pads as well. Also picked up this Never Dull. It's an all metal wadding polish. It basically is a fabric that comes with the polish, pre-soaked on there. So we're gonna rub this on there and then hit it with the stripping pads and see what that does, and just kind of test out, what does best, pretty much. Always gonna want to stay with the grain. This bike has not had much love in the past, so we're kind of bringing it back to life. But it's got scratches kind of horizontally all over it, but the grain is running around the pipe, so you always want to make sure you're working the stripping pads, because they are abrasive. They're going to leave fine scratches. That's why we're going down in grits, but always over the top with the pad, and we'll see how it turns out. We're going to try a couple of these out and see what works the best. This is my first time doing it, so hopefully you learn something, and you don't have to buy 2 polishes instead of 1, and see what works well. But get some before shots, and then we'll see how it turns out. So as I'm going, I'm just using the microfiber, periodically to wipe off the polish. That way you can really see what areas still need a little love. You can see this with this weld point being kind of the median, what we've done. It's a little hard to see at that angle, but new to old, that's some big improvement, kind of getting that bronze copper look out of the stainless, and gonna keep going. Looks good so far. I used the Never Dull on this section right here. It seems to be more of a finish product, not necessarily something that's gonna help with all the grime. Definitely am gonna stick with the Mag and aluminum polish from Mother's. It seemed to work a lot better. You can see there, it looks pretty clean. There's more of did more of a hard line, so you kind of see where I was working and where I stopped. But I was hitting this area too, and probably about the same, the same effort level over there as I was here. And there's just a lot more left behind. This just seems like it cuts through more of that grime a little quicker, especially with the the more aggressive pad and then switching over to the softer pad. So I'm definitely gonna go back to the polish and continue. I may use the Eagle polish as like a finish, you know, kind of go over the whole thing once I'm done with the real light scratching pad. So hopefully this stuff continues to work because it's doing a pretty good job so far. But go ahead and get back to it. Gonna put in a good amount of time doing this. Yeah, so probably about almost 2 hours later, finished up. Looks pretty good. Got a lot of the copper out of there. Back to that clean stainless look. Undoubtedly will, you know, the heads will get a little darker over time as the heat cycles and everything, but it looks really good. I just noticed it was getting a little too dark for my liking, and decided to pick this stuff up and give it a shot, and I'm pretty happy with it. Noticed it was just getting too dark, and this is definitely a good change. I think it kind of ties in with the bike a little bit better. I'm kind of doing a chrome black stainless kind of vibe. I'm liking it. Looks good. Wasn't too bad. Started off with a heavy grit strip pad, and then went to a lighter one. I did 3 steps, just kind of going over it every time, and then, you know, taking the polish off with the microfiber so you can see kind of all the imperfections. But overall, you know, got a lot of, it's not perfect by any means, but I got a lot of imperfections out of it. Got a lot of that color back. I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna keep hitting sections of this bike at a time, and, you know, project's never really done, but we're getting closer. She's looking good. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see or see me try before you fuck up your bike. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. It was pretty good.